I want to talk about God is planning your comeback. He's planning your comeback. No matter how negative it looks today, you're going to come back. It's no time to quit. It's no time to give up. We may be down, but we're not out because we serve a comeback God. You serve a God who devises plans whereby the scattered will be gathered and will be brought back. In other words, God has a way to regather, regain, restore, reclaim, refresh, and renew your life. No matter what came out, God says, I'm devising a plan to bring you back to wholeness. God is a God that makes a way of return, a comeback. And it's time for you to experience the spirit of a comeback. Job 14:7 said, for there is hope for a tree, that when it is cut down, it will sprout again. Though the roots thereof get old and wax old, and the earth and the stock of the tree dies, yet at the scent of water, it will bud and bring forth. All it needs is the ability to pick up the scent of water. At the scent of water, the Bible said, there is a river whose streams shall make glad again. That's the river of the Holy Spirit. And if you can get a scent of that river while I'm preaching, God can orchestrate your comeback. Judges chapter 16 gives us one of the greatest stories of a comeback judge in the Bible. His name was Samson. The Bible said they shaved his head. The Bible said they made sport of him. They made fun of him. They're having the biggest time. Look at him. And they walked off laughing. They put his eyes out, chains. That's what the enemy's done to many of you. But I love this verse, verse 22, howbeit the hair of his head began to grow again after he was shaven. And when they were not looking, something began to happen in his head. That's where a comeback starts. Before you ever get up physically, spiritually, you get up mentally. When the Philistines were not looking, what they had taken from him was coming back. It was coming back. And I believe that when he cried, God, do it one more time, it's the cry that God looks for from the person who needs a comeback. So I've just come to say that if you need a comeback spiritually, if you need a comeback physically, if you need a comeback in your family, I believe you're in the right place. And if it's the darkest it's ever been, and if it's the coldest it's ever been in your life, you're the very one I'm prophesying to today. You are going to have a comeback. It's time for a comeback.
The comeback kid. The odds were against you. You were facing turbulent circumstances, but some kind of way, every time the enemy counted you out and your haters counted you out, and sometimes you counted yourself out, but God still made a way out of no way. God sent me here to tell you, he knows exactly where you are. Everybody else might have forgotten you, but God knows exactly where you are. Everybody else might have thought you'd never be nothing, but God's kept you on hold for such a time as this. And the Lord sent me here to tell you, I got your address, baby. I know where you live. I kept you on hold. I have not forgotten you. There are some things that God whispered to you in your youth, and all of a sudden the stage is just now set. Certain things had to happen. Circumstances had to change. Certain people had to die. Certain people had to move. Certain things had to shift. But God is getting you ready to do something at this stage that he told you a long time ago. I set you apart, and I called you for a purpose, and I'm going to do something in your life. Be not weary in well-doing, for you shall reap in due season if you faint not. I hear the Lord saying it. I don't know who he's talking to, but somebody in this house, God has selected you since you were a child. And it looks like he forgot you, but God sent me this morning to tell you, I have not forgotten you. I have not forgotten you. I had to move some things. I had to change some things. I had to break you. I had to shape you. I had to make you. But you're about to step into your season, and things are about to break forth in your life.